Hello everyone, this video is about operations on fractions. You will learn here how to add, subtract, multiply, and divide fractions. And this is our first activity. Okay, let us add the similar fractions. Why they are called similar fractions? They are called similar fractions because the denominators are the same. So, in adding similar fractions, it is very simple. Let us add only the numerators and copy the common denominator, then simplify. So, the result of number 1 is 11 over 15. Next, for number 2, add the numerators 5 and 1, then copy the 7. So we have 6 over 7. Next, for number 3, we have, yes, this is not only for addition, it is also for subtraction of similar fractions. Again, they are called similar fractions because the denominators are the same. So, addition and subtractions of fractions have the same rules. Okay, let us add or subtract the numerators and copy the common denominator, then simplify. So, we have 5 over 15. So, it is not yet done because there is common factor between 5 and 15. So, divided by 5, both numerator and denominator. So, we have 1/3 is the final answer. Next, for the second activity, okay, let us answer this first. To add or subtract similar fractions, simply add or subtract the numerators and write the sum or difference over the common denominator. Next, for the second activity. So, what we see? They are called dissimilar fractions. So, how do we add or how do we subtract dissimilar fractions? By the way, they are called dissimilar fractions because the denominators are not the same. So, let us transform first the dissimilar to similar. How? So, for the number 1, our denominators are 5 and 15. So, let us get the LCD. So, the LCD of 5 and 15 is 15. Next, this LCD divided by to the first denominator. Okay, 15 times 5, it is equal to 3. This is the answer. Then, multiply to the numerator. Next, for the second fraction. So, again, the denominator, 15 yes, this is the denominator, the LCD. 15 divided by 15, it is equal to 1, then times to the second numerator. So, simplify. So, the result of 3 times 3 is 9. Okay, over 15. 1 times 2 is 2 over 15. So, they are now in similar fractions. Again, what is the rule in adding similar fractions? Add the numerators and copy the common denominator. Next, for number 2, what is the LCD? So, the LCD is 18. The LCD of 6 and 18 is 18. So, divide 18 by 6. The answer, the quotient is 3. Then, multiply to the first numerator. So, this is the first numerator, 5. Next. So, 18, the LCD, divided by 18, the second denominator. It is equal to 1. Next, multiply to the second numerator. Okay, next. Nakuha kaya nila? Okay, ulitin ko ng malinaw. So, pagka dissimilar, gawin nating similar fractions, kuhain lang yung LCD ng denominator. So, naintindihan naman siguro yung LCD, di ba? May factor na 6 sa 18. So, ang LCD ay 18. So, 18 divided by 6 times 5. Ito yun. 18 divided by 6 is 3. Okay, ito yung 5 na to. Ito yung numerator. Next, yung LCD uli, divided by to the second denominator. Okay, the result is 1 times 2, 7. Okay, next. Simplify the numerators. So, the product of 3 and 5 is 15. And the product of 1 and 7 is 7. Okay, so, now, they are similar fractions. Add the numerators and copy the common denominator. Next, for number 3. Okay, for number 3, so, dahil walang common naman sa 8 and 5, imumultiply lang natin yan. Yun na yung LCD. So, meron na silang common denominator. So, ang 40 na yan ay LCD ng 8 and 5. Multiply lang natin. Next, divide the LCD to the first denominator. The answer is 5 times to the first numerator. Next, LCD times divided by to the second denominator times to the second numerator. Again, 40 divided by 5 is 8 times 2. Next, simplify the numerator. So, this is 5 times 3. It is equal to 15. 8 times 2 is 16. Okay. Hindi pala to addition. This is subtractions. Okay. Ko-correct na natin to habang maaga. So, hindi to ano ha, addition. Okay. Ano yan? Subtraction. Okay, isa pa. Para maging malinaw. Okay. Ano yan? 3 over 8 minus 2 over 5. Okay, so, dito, this is, subtract the numerators, 15 minus 16, it is equal to negative 1 over the common denominator. So, to add or subtract the similar fractions, express the given fractions as similar having least common denominator or LCD. Then, add or subtract as we do fractions. Ayan, malinaw naman yan. Next, for the third activity. Okay, how do we operate this? So, the indicated operation is multiplication. So, how do we multiply multiplication? So, how do we multiply multiplication? How do we multiply fractions? So, napakadali lang din. Numerator times numerator. Denominator times denominator. Ganyan lang yung rule. Okay. So, ito ang number 1. So, numerator 3 and 2. Denominator 4 and 3. Ayan, multiply lang. So, product lang numerators natin ay 6, ng denominators is 12. Then, simplify natin yung lowest term pa natin, ang 6 and 12. Divide lang natin ang both numerator and denominator by 6. The final answer is 1/2. Next, eto, whole number times the fraction. So, yung whole number times the numerator over the denominator of the second fraction. So, ganyan lang. 5 times 1 over 10. Ayan. So, this is 5 over 10. Then, simplify. The answer is 1/2. Next, for number 3. Paano yung number 3? Okay, ito ay yung pangalawang fraction ay naka-mixed number. So, pwede natin express to sa improper fraction. Paano nga ba i-express natin sa improper? I mean, yung improper fraction, yes, i-express natin sa improper fractions. Di ba naka-mixed number siya? So, ano lang, 2 times 3 plus 1 over the denominator. Okay. Ito yung first fraction. Kopya muna. Tapos, ito, ang mixed number, gawin nating improper. Okay, so 2 times 3 plus 1, okay, this is 7 over 2. Okay, next. Kasunod, numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator. So, the product is 21 over 8. Okay, let us answer this. To multiply fractions, simply multiply the numerators and multiply the denominators respectively. If the given is or are in mixed number or numbers, we first express each mixed number as improper fraction or fractions. So, malinaw naman yan. Next, for the last activity, so this is division of fractions. So, how do we divide fractions? Okay, madali lang din yan. So, yung first fraction lang natin, i-multiply natin sa reciprocal ng second fraction. So, ganito lang. Pakita muna natin lahat ng given. So, ito na yung number 1. Oops, nahuli pala. Okay, ito yung solution ng number 1. So, ito lang, first fraction times the reciprocal of the second. O, dahil nasa multiplication na, rule na ng multiplication, ang gagamitin numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator. Ayan na. Next, ito naman. So, ayan. Yung 5 over 1, katumbas rin yun ng, itong 5 ay katumbas rin yan ng 5 over 1. Next, ito ay division, proceed to multiplication, then reciprocal ng 1/10. It is equal to 10 over 1. So, multiply lang ang numerators, then multiply the denominators, the result, and this is the final. Next, for number 3, the last but not the least. Okay, next, 3/4 divided by 1/2. It will become 3/4 times 2 or 2 over 1. Ganyan lang. So, 3 times 2 over 4 times 1. Next. Okay. Di pa simplest form yung 6 over 4. Divide natin sa common factor na 2. Ang 6 and 4. So, ito na yung sagot, 3/2. So, ayan, may sagot na rin dito. Basahin na lang natin. To divide fractions and mixed numbers by the reciprocal method, change mixed number to improper fractions. Next, find the reciprocal of the divisor and multiply as in the multiplication of fractions. Okay, that's all for this video. Bye-bye. God bless everyone. Thank you, thank you.